Welcome to the marvellous training video on mopping floors. As shown here, we have a wood floor cleaner next to a floor tile cleaner. Of course, it will all depend on what your client's preferences are as to what you will use. Firstly, you will need to vacuum thoroughly the tiled area, then measure out the correct amount of fluid into the water as recommended on the bottle. Get the fluid onto the mop and then squish off the excess before starting to mop. As you mop, make sure you go behind doors and get into the corners under kitchen units. Plan in your mind where you want to be after you have finished the job, so you are not working on the newly mopped floor before it is dry. If you see a stubborn mark, then have a brush to hand. This could be a scrubbing brush or nail brush. Use the same cleaning fluid from the bucket. If this does not work, then get a bit of cream cleaner onto the area and scrub again. Before using a cream cleaner, make sure that you know it is safe to use on the tiles concerned. As there are so many different floor types and cleaning fluids for mopping, you need to make sure you are using the correct one on the floor you're cleaning. Clients may recommend one product over another purely because of the smell. If the client has a variety of tiles, make sure you know which product is to be used where. Don't mop around things. Move things such as bins out of the way to clean thoroughly and then replace them into position. Now let's look at wooden floors. Vacuum thoroughly, then measure out the correct amount of fluid as recommended on the bottle into the mop bucket. Get the fluid onto the mop and then squish out the excess fluid before starting. Plan in your mind where you want to be after you have finished the job, so you're not walking on freshly mopped floor. Make sure you get into the smaller grooves and underneath furniture or sofas, and then lift up items on the floor to mop underneath. Double check you have covered the whole room before leaving it to dry. Now let's look at speed mops. You will need to attach the wet or dry cloth to the flat part of the mop, as shown here. For demonstration purposes, we are going to use the wet cloth, so the area needs to be thoroughly vacuumed first. Then use the speed mop. Stubborn stains can be scrubbed by tilting the brush head to the green strip and then scrub away, and then leave it to dry. Spray mops. Here you need to put the required amount of cleaning fluid into the head along with water. Be careful not to overfill the head and ensure it's sealed properly. With the correct flat mop head attached, you can spray the floor and then clean. Repeat this process until you have covered all of the floor and ensure you don't run out of cleaning fluid. The flat mop head then can be removed and washed in the washing machine. Let's make sure your client has a marvellously clean floor.